Hey everyone, in this video I'm gonna pick my favorite Cathie Wood stock to buy in April. Now here I have Cathie Wood's portfolio and she's got a lot of popular stocks, and the one I'm gonna pick is not Tesla, it's not Roku, it's not Block, which has gotten a lot of publicity lately, it's not Coinbase, it's this company that she does not hold very much of here, 0.5% of her portfolio. It's Mercado Libre. That's my top Cathie Wood stock to buy in April. In this video, I'll go through my reasoning why it's my favorite Cathie Wood stock to buy in April. So stay tuned and let's get into the details. So Mercado Libre stock is down about 39% off its highs. It was down much more than that. It's been recovering nicely off that bottom, and we can begin to see why. If we look at Mercado Libre's annual year-over-year revenue growth over the last decade, we see a nice upward trending revenue growth. So that means revenue growth is increasing at an increasing rate. We started the decade with revenue growth of 25%, and it's now at 49% most recently, even down from the peak of over 75%. Still very robust revenue growth for Mercado Libre, sometimes called the Amazon of Latin America. It does a lot of what Amazon does, and it's kind of, I like to think of it as a combination of Amazon and PayPal because it's got that financial services segment as well. Latin America e-commerce is growing much faster than here in the US and expected to grow much faster over the next several years. So Mercado Libre not only growing nicely over the last several years, but expected to grow nicely over the next several years. And interestingly, Mercado Libre is very much more profitable than Amazon. Looking at Mercado Libre's trailing 12-month operating profit margin, 9.81% in its most recent trailing 12 months. This is much higher than Amazon has achieved in the last decade. Amazon has never had an operating profit margin, I think, above 6% in the last decade. So Mercado Libre already above that, and it's trending nicely upward. It was falling for a great amount of time, and then it's since has been recovering, which can explain why the stock price had been coming down and is now recovering. Another thing I like about Mercado Libre stock is the growing share of cash flow from operations to sales. If you look at this percentage of cash flow from operations to sales over the trailing 12 months at 27.9% most recently, it too on a very nice upward trend. And if you go back longer term, you could draw that trend line upward from a little over 8% all the way up to 28%, moving in the right direction and growing very nicely. I like this about Mercado Libre stock. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. And finally, Mercado Libre stock is trading at a relatively inexpensive valuation compared to itself. If you look at Mercado Libre's forward price to earnings ratio going back to January of 2021, this is the cheapest you've been able to buy the stock at a forward PE of 51. Look, it used to be much, much higher than that. And if you consider, Cathie Wood's portfolio of stocks, she's attracted to these innovative growth stocks, and typically the majority of her portfolio is relatively expensive, right? She's not attracted to these value stocks, these cheaper stocks. She's attracted to these innovative growth stocks, which tend to trade at expensive valuations. So Mercado Libre is not an outlier for her to hold something that's trading at a forward price to earnings of 51. And fortunately, it's relatively inexpensive compared to its history. So for those reasons, Mercado Libre is my favorite Cathie Wood stock to buy in April. That's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I picked some of my other videos that are popping up on your screen right now. Please click one of those. I think you'll enjoy them, and I'll see you over there.